Today, we will briefly introduce AstraZeneca. AstraZeneca is a global pharmaceutical company with a strong portfolio of leading medicine and operations across multiple countries. From strategic perspective, we summarize the company using three key characteristics: innovation-driven, patent-independent, and global exposed. These features define the strategic context in which AstraZeneca operates and form the basis for our SWOT analysis.
Moving to opportunities. First, demographic shift and associated chronic disease. Global aging, with the 65 plus group doubling by 2050, drives a structural 5 to 8% CAGR in medicine demand. This ensures predictable long-term revenue. Second, business models. The shift to digital health creates a $1.9 trillion market. Here, connected health can improve adherence by 10%, capturing new high-margin service revenue.
The third opportunity lies in emerging markets, particularly APAC, where healthcare demand is growing faster than in the US and Europe. Higher market growth rate means a visible profit chance. The fourth opportunity is a technical shift toward AI-driven R&D. AI can shorten drug discovery time and lower costs, and finally improve the overall return on R&D investment.
We propose four strategic options based on the opportunities. Firstly, APAC expansion. Markets in Asia-Pacific are growing faster. Population growth, rising income, and better access to healthcare are driving demand. So, expanding in Asia-Pacific countries allows AstraZeneca to grow more quickly. Secondly, aging demographics. Nowadays, people are living longer. As a result, chronic and age-related diseases are becoming more common. This creates long-term demand for medicines. Thirdly, the fat drug trend. Obesity is increasing worldwide, and new treatments are changing how the disease is managed. This is a high-growth area, and getting involved early allows AstraZeneca to capture significant future value. Finally, scope development. Healthcare is moving towards more integrated and digital solutions. By using wearables and digital tools, we can go beyond traditional drugs and offer more complete patient-centered care. Overall, the strategy is to focus on fast-growing markets, rising medical needs, breakthrough therapies, and digital healthcare to drive sustainable growth.
There are four key threats that AstraZeneca is facing right now. The competition comes from Asia, particularly China, where we have around 5,000 drug pipelines and 14,000 innovative drug candidates in 2022, ranking second globally, which narrowing the innovation lead and cost advantage. In several emerging markets, weaker enforcement of patent and license increase IP leakage risk, undermine the core value embedded in R&D. Geopolitical shifts and regulatory volatility restrict market access, raise compliance costs, complicating long-term investment decisions. For example, a proposed 25% U.S. tariff on pharmaceutical imports can increase manufacturers' production costs by 4%. Finally, global supply chain disruption can interrupt distribution and inflating input costs. Report shows that active drug shortage reached a new high record in the first quarter of 2024 in the United States.
Having analyzed the external threats, how should AstraZeneca respond? We propose three strategic options to turn these challenges into resilience. First, the rising competition from China and Asia Pacific. We cannot stop this rise, so our strategy is to cooperate rather than compete. Instead of fighting to price war, we should leverage joint ventures and selective acquisitions. This effectively turns our fiercest emerging competitors into our strategic partners. Second, to counter the threat of patent expiry, the only defense against generic erosion is a strong offense. We must maintain our R&D investment at over 20% of revenue. This ensures we constantly renew our pipeline, replacing aging blockbusters with new innovations before the patent cliff hits. Finally, to manage geopolitical risk, we propose smart market entry. In unstable regions, we don't need heavy asset investment. Instead, we use partnership and regional platforms. This allows us to capture growth while strictly controlling our exposure to regulatory and political shocks. By implementing these three strategies, AstraZeneca can secure its future against an unpredictable external environment.